won't be.
We're gonna get you deep in here so you can't get out.
They're really good at it.
All right, now block access to the door.
Jason got it.
All right.
Nobody's getting past me. Yes.
Nothing gets past.
Good morning.
Cool.
Morning.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order at 9:10.
What's 10 minutes a month?
Okay, it's not a thing. Todd, would you mind doing the introduction?
Lord Father, we give many thanks for the beautiful and wonderful day, many blessings in this life, and most of all, your love and mercy for us. Lord, we ask for wisdom as we work in our communities to make a better place for our children and for all. Lord, we ask all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Todd. Okay. First of all, Sherry. This is Sherry Trailer. And she's basically the new owner over here at Granny's. And I just got one for Joe Spot. What would you like to introduce yourself and tell me about yourself?
Hi, I'm Sherry Trailer. We're from Fort Worth. I've had a screen printing business for the last 10 years, and we are moving it up here because we have property up here, and we're eventually building a home up here. So I just wanted to move my business up here. And so we're in the process of working out all the kinks to get it up here.
Yay.
Now, where you said your land, where's it?
It's, for 10 years, I've told people it's in Ladonia, but it's actually not, and I discovered that this morning. I've been here more in the last 3 weeks than I've been here in 10 years. My husband is here a lot. Like, he hangs out and sits in the woods and does his thing. I'm not a sit-in-the-woods kind of girl. And he knew that when he married me. So, you know, he can't blame me for that. But it's Highway 50, that road that goes to Commerce. It's on that, on the left-hand side if you're coming from here.
Okay.
There's a guy, his name is Ben. I don't know much more about him other than Ben.
Yeah.
Our gate is directly across from us.
Oh, okay.
Well, it could have been much worse. You could have said John Paul.
So he's north of you on 50, and I'm like, did I say 3 properties south of you on 50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your neighbors are here.
We're all in the same zip code, it's just the way it works.
Yeah, so that's not Ladonia, is it?
It's the one on the address, but it's not the
Yeah.
county.
You're not incorporating
Yeah,
the city limits of ETJ.
I saw the sign as I was driving up and it said, "Welcome to Ladonia." I was like, whoa. I've been on the road for a couple minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, we sure do welcome.
Thank you.
And wish you the best on this. Okay, we got some gas. Well, we're really not gas. Y'all been here before. Good morning. Hello. I'm glad to have all of y'all. And that's awesome. So, the poster that we'll talk about that
Oh,
Cindy
yeah.
did for the clips.
Well, Doug, I did it, then Doug made this. I didn't know he was gonna make a sign out of it. I was shocked when he was at a master naturalist thing, and I walked up and was like, "Hey, that's my thing." And he made a sign out of it, and he made me sign it.
We're glad y'all are here. So glad y'all are busy. Okay, did I miss anything? Not? Okay. So Carol, with the minutes, do we have any corrections or additions to the minutes? Has everybody been able to pretty much go over those? I didn't see anything either. So we don't have, Jason?
No, I make a motion that we accept the minutes as they are.
I'll second.
Okay, Brendan, Jason's made the motion to accept. Brendan second that motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Brendan, the treasury report.
Yes. So my formatting on a little wonky on this one, so, yeah. However, we had income 655.02. There was two, membership, that's all sort of, hi. July had income 655.02. It was all membership, and we picked up 2 VIP and a basic business, so phenomenal. Expenditures were $1,627.86, and that was the AT&T phone internet and fireworks. Ending balance puts us at $26,166.63, broken down among the 3 accounts. Therein. And then the rest of it is the snapshot of the year to date. I can tell you I have 2 things. Well, one will be going in as a check. The other one coming out will be Mr. Speaker's. So, we have that. Okay, that's all the things I know about forecasting, and you got me an email about shirt order stuff. T-shirt, the shirts for the school. Somebody shot me, and I have to get cost on
I
that.
think I did, but
I'll pull it and look.
Probably
Good
did
Daniel.
it's probably,
Maybe.
yeah, I was going to say it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have something that looks like you were.
I might.
Me?
Unless you did about to remind me of something, or to say, hey, don't forget, or all those are appropriate, so.
We're about to go t-shirt crazy, I think.
Yep.
So that's all I actually have to report.
Motion to accept the treasury.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasury.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, city and lake update. Yeah, the next city council meeting, 7 o'clock, August 21st. Please attend if you can, please. I'm thinking if there's anything else. I think there's an opportunity board meeting.
Was it the last week? Can't remember what sign said, do you remember?
That's the third Thursday, I believe. What?
Of this month? Is it coming up? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's, sorry. It's, oh no, it's on the 10th. Sorry. So it's this Thursday. It's coming Thursday on the 10th, 5:30 to 6:30.
Is it here?
Yeah, it'd be here at the City Hall. They canceled the last meeting, or, we had a lot of back and forth about a lot of different things. The best thing to do is to keep your eyes open, and see if they change marquee, but is to go check the website and see when the agenda is posted and stuff, because we didn't really know until, the day before that they had canceled the meeting, although they said they had told the city, prior, but it's still was on the board, so it's challenging, so. But yeah, I'll try and find it and post it when I see it.
Thank you, Justin. I don't have any thing on the lake. I'm assuming to do that, but I guess everybody's driven over the bridge. Enjoyed that sight, so that's pretty cool. All right, school update. We've got students returning to school on the 10th, of which I need to address the city. I think we ought to have something on the marquee to welcome our students back to school.
We,
Okay.
Vicki Lewis, Birdie, and Keaston, I think that is his name, champion. They're doing that back to school bash,
and we need supplies. We have quite a few kids who have signed up for that. So far, we have over 30 that are getting free haircuts and basic school supplies. I've got several that are going to the school. I'm ordering on Amazon and having them delivered to the high school with Miss Lane's name on it, so it doesn't get confused with the other items that they might be getting. And also tagging it, school, back to school bash, so that Amazon can label it that way. But I'm really concerned. I don't know how it's going to go donations wise, but that's a lot of kids that are signing up for school supplies, and I'm worried they're not going to have.
Is there an Amazon wish list?
There is actually on the chamber page in the Ladonia, Texas Uncensored Mostly page is the event, and it has the list of the basic school supplies for each grade. It has been sent out, except for the high school. I don't have any
Somebody
supplies.
should create an Amazon wish list so that you don't get
They have some from the
7,000
teachers. They have some from the teachers, but I don't, I don't know how to do a wish list, but I put the list out there so that people can pick and choose what they want.
Right.
To order if they want, or to just pick up. They're also asking, Miss Vicki called and asked me to add toiletry items like deodorants, bath soap, that kind of thing, because the kids that are in that middle age come to school and they're like, they don't realize that they want those supplies at school, so they can use them.
That's right.
Is there a specific school supply that they think they're going to be short on? Like I know, for example, for other years, for some reason, the world did not have enough number 2 pencils.
Well,
Even though there could be a
I've got
fourth.
like 596 number 2 pencils that I've added to my order. I've also, now, what I found odd was that, they requested directly Crayola crayons. I was like,
Oh, that's
wow, that's
not-
kind of,
Oh, that's not at all.
yeah.
As
well,
an art
it's
teacher,
been- it's been a while since my kids were in school. But she said it's because they turned the air down at night, and the rose art and all the cheap ones melt.
They also don't color.
And they don't have the color, they don't have the right colors. So kindergartners and first graders, when they're learning their colors, have a pink instead of a red, and it kind of throws them off. So we don't want to encourage colorblind children. We want them to know how to read stoplight. So Crayola crayons, that was the biggest,
For all.
And you know,
variant.
I don't, like, Target, and they all have, coming up here real quick, if not already, they have where you can go buy boxes of crayons for like 20 cents a box.
Yeah.
It's insane. So if you just had $5 and went and bought,
I don't know what Target is around here.
Okay.
okay, well, I'll go to Target.
Sherman?
Yes, there's a
I
Target
have
Sherman.
3 within 3 miles of me.
Jody, or sorry. Anyway, do we have the haircuts situated?
Yes, they do have free haircuts. The kids they do have some stylists or hair people that are coming out to do the free haircuts. There are quite a few that aren't actually signing up for the haircuts themselves. They're signing up more for the school supplies. So I paid attention because we did the registrations one so that the hairstylist would know how many kids are going to be stuck with between 8 and 1 and see how fast they can hopefully get them all done. But we're also taking donations for the hairstylist because they are doing this for free on a Saturday, which is typically their busiest actual money-making days. So,
Expensive what?
8 a.m. till 1. And it's
Did
at
they get it
the
at
high
the gym,
school.
or did they change it?
No, I think they keep talking about some foyer in the fine arts room, so I'm not familiar with.
They're talking about the front of the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the front of the gym and the side
That
of it.
hallway
It's
and that
Mhm.
sign
Yeah.
that they say is the fine arts building.
Okay.
So,
So it's not the actual school buildings or like the one
Is the school in this town?
the high school is, the elementary school's in the pond gap.
It's just in there, right in here. And I will throw out, the high school has a new principal.
Brett, so that is the new person in charge. His name is Brett Williams. He lives in Whitewright, but he was my high school principal when I was there, and so now he's there again.
Back.
Yeah, he's back. We're hanging out. It's great. But he's very community oriented and stuff, and so he literally his first day was Tuesday. So it's probably going to take him a minute to figure out what the world's going on, but yeah, but he's really good about getting in contact with people and stuff usually. So if y'all hear stuff from him, that's high school person.
That's good.
And also at the high school, supply-wise, we don't really ask for supplies necessarily. Most of them we have. The main thing that they use are mechanical pencils. Is a big deal for the high schoolers because I don't know what happens to them, but yeah, I don't know if they're eating them, I don't know. But they never, like pencils.
Crayons.
Yeah, pencils. And the other big thing at the high school is headphones. Because we've moved to a mostly technology campus now, instead of pencil and paper. We've got brand new smart boards up there. We've got like every teacher at the elementary and high school has brand new big smart boards and stuff now. And so, and Chromebooks also and so like they need headphones, and we almost never have headphones. So the only kids that have them are the ones that can afford to buy them. So at the high school level, that's like the two biggest things that we run into.
How many kids are in your high school?
Our enrollment right now is sitting right in the neighborhood of 60, and that's 7th through 12th grade on our campus. And the 6th grade has been moved back down to Pecan Gap, so they'll actually
The whole school?
So the whole school total, you're looking at somewhere in like 120. We're very, we're 1A, but I mean, I almost say it's like negative A. We play 6-man football. My class sizes are usually like 10 kids, 8 to 10 kids. I graduated with 8 kids. And
I'm sorry.
our high school, yeah, this is why it's just a one-story building down there. 7th through 8th grade, it's the hallway's like a horseshoe. Yeah, it's a whole different world out here.
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I graduated with 1,000 kids to give you some perspective.
Andy Griff was the local.
We need to have an explanation, buddy, for.
Yeah. Oh, and meet the teacher on Tuesday. Meet the teacher at both campuses is on Tuesday. So the elementary is 5 to 7. I think the high school is 6 to 8, or something like that. The elementary is one time, high school is another. But they're all together because they're very much trying to make us be one whole campus again and not like Pecan Gap and Ladonia. So, we'll see. But yeah.
Appreciate your things you're saying.
We're chugging right along.
So what time did they say we need to be there for birdies? Do you know what they say?
She didn't ask for volunteers. She said that we could, she invited me by, she said, you can come by anytime. She said, I'm probably just going to stop by and leave. I was like, okay, you're the one who organized it. Anyway, that's what she said. So I was like, okay.
Just make sure she's got it covered, which I'm sure she does.
Yeah, I think her and Miss Vicki and Miss Lane has done a really, they're really excited about it. They're trying, they got a new PTO president, and they're trying to make this an annual event that's for Ladonia and for Fanninville ISD. A little separate from what Fannin County is doing, because Fannin County is actually, I mean, from their list, they're making you jump through hoops. I mean, and I understand the reasoning behind it, but I think for this community is a little bit different, so they're just requiring, excuse me, that you are a current enrolled student of Fanninville ISD. And they'll check that registration against your name, the sign-up list, and the actual registration when you show up.
Okay. Very good. So if you're available, it'd be nice to maybe we'll go down there and see if we can pitch in or what we need to do.
Yeah.
So it's really great. Okay, Next on here is the trail update and Keep Ladonia Beautiful.
I would like to.
Yeah, I saw they picked it up, so.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they finally picked it up. I drove by yesterday.
Yeah,
Um,
Yes, thank you.
They meant to say that. Yeah, after months, but anyway. The Keep Ladonia Beautiful, I'd like to have a meeting, August 26th, after the Bud Festival track, for those who are interested in attending, so we can get moving with our plans for a park of some sort and just the future cleanups and that sort of thing. The trail, I really don't have anything major to tell, but there we are with Chaparral. We are trying to organize a cleanup and basically cutting down brush and stuff that we're going to start in Celeste on October 21st, I believe. And anybody who wants to attend for that, we're going to start in Celeste with the Chaparral board people and trying to get some volunteers and stuff like that to kind of clean it up so people can get from Celeste out this way. So, and I know there's been people mowing and things like that. So, and then look for, not for this group, but we're trying to enroll the donations from the Metroplex for the bicycle people and stuff like that, to kind of work on those bridges to get people out this way. So, that's really hot.
just to touch base, I did it. While I was talking to Vicki Lewis, she was wanting to figure out a way to get the kids, because we just said, is there a way that we can do extracurricular activities for the kids helping the community? So like doing the signs or doing the posts or setting up the signs for the trail was one that they could do. A great opportunity for any of the kids. And help cleaning and stuff like that. So she's totally into that, and she was like, you just let me know when you need them, or we'll organize and we'll figure out different ways that the kids can come and do extracurricular activity with community events. Much like Feeding Phantom they do, but.
And I've tried to include her before, so she's invited on the 26th to that meeting. So anybody who is interested at all, please come and we'll put together a plan and let people know when the volunteer dates are. We have a cleanup day in the fall that for sure we need help with, and plans for the signs.
Trying to get some young muscle.
Yes.
I don't really kind of do it all.
That's all I got. That's really nice. That's good. Thank you, Anita. Really appreciate that. Okay, Jason, Big Bannon.
Oh, thank you. This last week we had, this last week, sure time flies. It's so hot, my brain's still baked. Anyway, yeah, we had about 80 families come through when all was said and done. We had a lot of really good food and had some great support from our volunteers. It was wonderful. Hopefully, I haven't had a chance to meet our new principal yet in high school. Hopefully we'll have some help from the high school again when that happens. But when they're back in school, we still did about 15,000 pounds of food. So we still are going to receive a decent amount of food, but we really need to, we're trying to, and any help we can get is great, but to spread the word, we could probably do at least double or maybe even more families and help them easily, but we need more volunteers and then to spread the word as well. We did just get reestablished as a partner instead of as a partner agency, Feeding Phantom did with North Texas Food Bank. So we're working through that process now where we'll actually be able to have more control over the product that we receive. I'm just saying a little, because we never know. But we'll be able to do some things, but it might also allow us to do the backpack program here, order food to be delivered here so that we can actually do something with a backpack program for our schools as well, but and some other things. But really what will make that happen will be volunteers. So I still don't have any response from local churches and things like that, or any other organization other than the chamber here in Ladonia. So, but we do have a great turnout. We have a lot of people come. I think it was lower maybe because of the heat who knows? But anyway, it's working out really well, so we're glad we can continue to do it. So help us spread the word. That's super helpful. So thanks to all the volunteers that come and help.
On a note with the Pete Bannon, and I like all of these, on the Ladonia page, the more people that make a comment on something like that, or make a post, to, hey, I'm gonna go out and come feed Bannon, or can you show up? One, okay, me and Jason are friends, so me and him talk about it all the time, whatever. But if one of my friends see it and talk to me about it, and one of their friends see it and talk to them about it, and it makes the network grow dramatically. So even if you can't show up, if you toss out a comment like, oh, I forgot it was this weekend, or whatever the case may be, throw out a comment, one of your other friends may see it that is interested, that may have never even heard about it. I mean, I know everybody that lives here and has been here for a while thinks this is common knowledge, okay? This town is so cliquish that it's not, okay? And so oddly enough, with us starting that page, I probably have a better relationship in 3 months with people in this town, Christy does especially, than some of y'all that have lived here for a really long time. But it gives a nice free forum where people can talk about it, and people that aren't friends can still help on a common goal. So feel free to use that as a media to get out there and to let people know about things. And like I say, if you see it, make some kind of random comment about it, because the comment is what allows your friends to see it. I don't know if everybody knows how Facebook works, but it's all, if me and Jason talk back and forth on it, mine and Jason's friends will never see our conversation. If everybody just makes a little comment, it'll get it to everybody in the community, and that can help spread the word without actually having to go door to door and beg. So, just something that's out there for everybody to use for all of the organizations, not just the feeding family.
Thank you. It's been a big help getting word out there on what's going on in our community. Is there anything else, Tim? Okay. And there again, we sure appreciate any volunteers, please. All right, under new business then, we've got meals for the underprivileged children, and Eddie was going to be taking on that, and we're on vacation, so I don't have anything on that. We'd like to table that. Is anybody know anything? Okay.
Jan, we got, I think maybe you got the original agenda there. We got the update from Jason about Bedco meeting.
I do. I have that on my phone.
Oh, sorry. You want to move it?
Anyway, and I was going to have Jason. Well, we'll go ahead and do that again. We'll table this for the meals for the privileged children that Eddie has. And then, yes, would you like to say anything on that, Jason? Because we look forward to that.
Okay. Do we have to have a motion to table that item?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to table meals for underprivileged children.
Do we have a second?
Right.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. All right.
Sure. We've, as we've talked about in a few previous meetings, about trying to get a little bit better grasp on and get behind some economic development in Ladonia. We're not seeing that from the city as much, and so we want to try and, kind of ascertain how we want to approach that. So I've sent out a few emails. I've got a small group of folks that are interested in getting behind that initiative to start with. And so I arranged with Bedco, the Bonham Economic Development Corporation, to come out and visit with us on the 10th of August at 10 o'clock. So we're going to meet here. Those that on that small list have already invited, but if you'd like to come, you're welcome to. Mostly what we're going to learn from is Gail who runs that is formally trained in economic development, so she's going to give us an idea of where they're at, what they're doing, and maybe some thoughts about where we might be able to move forward. And so again, that's 10 o'clock on August 10th.
Thank you, Jason, for getting that together. Once again, if you can, please feel free to attend. All right. Up next on here, Ladonia Volunteer Fire Department. I know somebody dropped off a bunch of water, I don't know who it was, that was sitting outside the other day for the fire department. I'm sure they can always use that. We need to help our fire department big time. We're having trouble with the trucks, the fire trucks, and stuff like that. And I think if we might just get a few of us, if we can, to maybe go meet with Kyle and a few of them and see if there's something we can do, because I think we need a fundraiser. Any donations that the community can make, we need to do that. I know a lot of us do a donation to the city, but I don't know what's going on with that right now. So if you can, let's be thinking about it. Maybe have a special meeting, or I'll get a group of us together and meet with Kyle, who's the chief, and see what we can do to help them out. So we need to do that.
So I tried to make a Facebook fundraiser for my birthday last week.
Yes.
And when I did it, I realized there's another Ladonia, and it's in Alabama. And then I donated. I even donated to it. And then I'm like, crap, that's the wrong one. So I went ahead and just deleted the whole thing, stopped the fundraiser, and I made my own. Of course, it's not going to go very far because only the few people that I know maybe even saw it. It's not going to go anywhere. But if we do a fundraiser, can people we can just write a check to the Ladonia, Texas
Directly to
Volunteer Fire Department
Yes.
and send it to them, right?
Yes.
So I may share that again, but
I don't know whether anybody has
Oh, look, he's here.
realized, but Steve, Taylor,
yeah,
he's going around and he's mowing and cleaning up, these places. And he's asking for, if you can donate $10 to the fire department, all matched.
yeah,
So that first, the last weekend or the weekend before, when we started that, he had like $600 that he had managed to donate from that one day where he did 3 houses.
wow,
Okay, cleaned up 3 houses, got the donation, he matched it and donated it. So he's still doing that.
yeah,
So like today, he's out again. I saw him, his guys are out mowing and weed eating. So if we can also get that out, because I tried to get a hold of Mr. Lund, because I know at 90 years old and 100-degree heat, he's not going to be out there signing his yard. As you can tell, he won't answer his door. He's okay. I don't know how to get in. Okay, so, but if, he's one that, if he would leave, he could actually mow his yard. He doesn't like the sound of motors, but those sorts of places. So if we can find those, give them to Steve, help Steve out,
yeah.
then that's his thing right now, is trying to get a win-win situation for everybody.
Absolutely. I'm blessing and everyone that's jumping in there helping out. That's a biggie, but yeah. So any of this that we can do as a community forum, appreciate it. Welcome, Ricky Beeler.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm awake.
Great. Well, do you have anything you want to say about
I
school?
just wanted to, I was just gonna thank you guys. I thought if I brought this paper, it could show like the three entities of the uniforms that we got. Oh, you've already got it, okay. Well,
You may need one of those.
Yeah, and we've got that on our list to discuss.
okay, well, that, you guys are purchasing the belts and the wrist gauntlet and the sleeves. It's $132, but that's, it really helps because the school is paying $190 for the skirt and their overlay and the top. And then the girls themselves are purchasing the boots and their tights and their briefs. And so, with some of the junior high girls are cheerleaders, so they have to pay, like I think it's $250 for their junior high part, and the high school girls pay $450. And anyway, that's low in comparison to our surrounding schools like Cooper, Honey Grove, Blue City. I think they pay like $2,000 for junior high. I don't know how much for high school because they get
It's still too much.
more than one uniform, and they have a bag that carries it, and they have the warm-up, they have the whole 9 yards. But anyway, our little town or our little district, it helps so that the school can do their part, and then you guys offered, Jason sent me that email randomly that asked about what the Falcon Force might need this year. And he didn't even know that we had this third entity that we were starting. So it really came in handy, and especially for those junior high girls that are going to be in the drill team, so they pay their $110 because they had to pay their $250. And it would have been, and we're someday going to get hats, but just baby steps. I mean, this is a pretty big step for year one. And I just wanted to say thank you and let you know that it's very appreciated. So that's why I came. Thank you very much.
How many girls are on your drill team?
9 now. We had 13, but 2 girls are very involved, the Colvins. They're very involved in after-school stuff, like they go to Dallas, like for basketball and wrestling and all this stuff. So they wanted to do it, but their daddy said that they're involved in too much and that they wouldn't be able to be at the practices, and that's probably good because if they can't commit all over the place. So that put us down to 11, and then we had a student that decided to go to PTAA in Greenville, and that put us down to 10. And then we had one girl that has some heat issues and so forth, a little bit of anxiety, and so she decided it'd be best to just play the bass drum and not have to go out on the field and all that. So that probably worked out best. So now we're at 9, but we only have 6 on the football field, so it's okay. It all works out, all right.
Well, really, we appreciate it. We do have that on our agenda here, under old business, so we'll be, I just wanted to say
Well,
thank you
thank
for
you
coming.
for
We
letting
appreciate
me,
everything you do. So,
It's a good looking shirt too.
Yes, and that I wore it on purpose because everybody really appreciated these shirts so much, and so thanks again for that.
you're so welcome. You're so very welcome. Well, okay, we'll go back up to new business. The t-shirt design for the Eclipse and Chamber.
So could I ask, like, what have y'all talked about doing up till now? Like,
We're
what have
gonna
I
an
missed?
Eclipse.
Okay, I did get that far.
April 8th of next year.
April 8th, I'm very excited.
We talked about delaying it for a couple of weeks, but then decided.
Russell was in charge of setting up the.
Appreciate you going ahead with it.
You got it.
Okay.
If they'll, we'll look at what Cindy brought on this, and
It's super. Has anybody here been to a total eclipse?
Yeah.
It's the most
The
awesome
one at
thing.
17.
in the world. Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw
We went to.
something where Danielle mentioned something about tying in the existing logo to the eclipse or something.
Yeah, we've had just great conversations about, the styles that I saw at the 2017 one in the Carolinas.
So,
Now, weren't we gonna have like a meeting with people on the committee, but I hadn't heard anything. And I didn't know whether the new people were supposed to actually schedule the meeting, so
And he was supposed to schedule it as the committee head.
okay, because I got to thinking about that the other day, I was like, uh-oh.
He's out laying in the full
I
sun.
think the new person failed.
Yeah, he's out in the full sun so he can appreciate it.
so are y'all planning like an event for that day? The big thing is, it'd be good if we're gonna do that to already put it on the Eclipse sites, because people are already looking it up. If you just go in, I've got 3 different Eclipse apps, and when you put them in there, there's places to list your events, list what you're doing. Because the biggest thing is just need to put it like out on the radar, because so many people, they're gonna drive here and they don't know where they're going. So you gotta put that little nugget in their head, hey, there's this place, and need to figure like what would why would people want to come here instead of going someplace else? And so something like come to enjoy the eclipse in a small town, or we're going to do this, or we're going to hand out we should hand out some of the glasses. You could print the thing on the side.
Is getting glasses.
Yeah,
Is one thing we've talked about.
and those are cheap. I mean, to get printed on the sides of them. But really just having your name, because I know that's what we did. We didn't know where we were going. And so, but we saw okay, well, they're doing stuff. Let's go there. That's not where we ended up at because of the weather, but.
Yeah, we've talked about bringing food trucks out to make sure that there's enough for people to have to snack on while they're out here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Steve Taylor's booked for that weekend
He
already.
is.
So anybody who's got B&B space or Airbnb space.
Yeah.
And then promoting it, I'm sure there's a huge difference between seeing it in Dallas, where you've got access to everything, but also the city, and having it out
Yeah.
here where there is a true transition from day to night.
Exactly.
And hearing the animals, go from daytime to nighttime.
And the birds start roosting, and
so-
it's just awesome.
Freaky, strange,
And,
awesome.
and it's going to be so much longer.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
We're excited too.
Well, we're doing it right out here.
Yeah, we got it, pretty much a committee and,
Well, if anybody can go to the San Antonio area, October 14th, you can get kind of a preview, because they're having an annular eclipse, which is also it's a total, except it makes just the ring of fire. It doesn't totally block the sun out. It's still all over it, but because of the distance, it's just the edge, and there's going to be a ton of people there for that too. So if you go to that one, and unfortunately I can't because one of my kids decided to get married that day. So I'm not going to get to go. Didn't consult me on the exact date. But yeah, if anybody wanted to make a trip down there to see it, you could get a taste of what happens, because it's insane, the traffic.
looking forward to it, and we do have plans for that, and we're excited about having this.
Need to get the public really involved,
Yes, we do.
because that's just, it's infectious.
You might watch it in the
Make sure Ms. Franklin's notified of those.
That's a place that people could go do it, would be down in the riverbed, would probably be a cool place to be. Or we could set up a thing somewhere out here. There's
Would
just,
you like us to, Cindy, when we have a meeting for the planning on this?
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to come.
Would you like-
yeah. Yep. I've been pumped for this for
We
so
should bounce
long.
ideas off other people besides us.
Oh.
So,
We can take on that responsibility.
yes, somebody take her.
I have lots of thoughts.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get a meeting set up here fairly soon on the committee for the eclipse. And once again, it's a huge event for the area. So
It'll be brief, but it's
we're
huge.
excited about that one. Next, then we have member communication. I've got Cheryl and Carol on this. We all have
Michelle has the stuff we talked about.
Yeah, well, I have been concerned because I go to the Gmail account periodically to check on garage sale stuff. And I see all these emails come through and I'm always concerned, does anybody see this? Is anybody responding? And then I'm feeling like I need to, but it's really not my place and I don't know what to say. And then I end up texting somebody. And so I want to just throw that out there to the universe and say, you know, that's what's going
See where it
on.
lands.
And then the,
Can we talk about the second
go
part?
ahead.
Or, I don't know,
Yeah, that's
they don't need all the background on it, though, do they? Brains and.
It's all.
Yeah, well, no, well, and actually, when we first spoke about this, I hadn't done the minutes yet. So it had kind of touched on this a little bit last time when we get that website up and running and we're able to provide more exposure for the businesses. Christine mentioned, I heard on the recording, you're getting in touch with them, what do they want to feature and what are their purposes, what are the details of their business.
I haven't gotten that list,
It goes
by the
into
way.
that. It actually says on the form when the business is signed up that they're responsible for getting advertisements to us or some sort of focus thing every week. But we think it's come to our attention that some businesses aren't aware that we're expecting that. In the meantime, at first my thought was, let me send an email to everybody and those who want to participate can let us know, but we really can't do that too well until we get the website more functional and updated. But that is something else we need to remember to point that out to people. In the welcome letter, after when they join, we can remind them about that. I think the only welcome letter that included that was the one that went to the children's, some blank on the name of it. No,
The children's place.
Oh, yeah.
But what you're talking about though is advertising for businesses on the chamber page too.
Right, as well as Facebook, just featuring things.
Chamber
Yeah.
page, Facebook.
Like if somebody's having a sale on something or a new inventory,
Right.
I can see that would work well.
Right.
For sharing with t-shirts and such, but just keep that in the back of your mind because when we circle back around.
Yeah,
we'll
well, we
get
can
the website
integrate the
going.
website with the Facebook posts and announcements and stuff like that. And actually, there is a way. McKinney's Chamber website, when you were a member, was really, really cool because you could go to the chamber website. You had your own little sub-page, I guess.
Yeah.
You could put all of your information on there. You could upload articles and you could do things like I've got Outbound Engine that does just stock insurance articles and stuff like that, right? Well, they email and blast my clients. They go and they put it and I have it directed to the McKinney Chamber when I was a member, and it would put it on there. And the McKinney Chambers would automatically go to LinkedIn and go to Twitter and go to Facebook. And so everything, I mean, anywhere you looked, you would see my face.
Yeah, that's what we need to
And
do.
it's an actual setup for chambers to be able to kind of just spider web out to all of your events. And then all sorts of different entities have that. They have that ability. It does cost a little bit. There could be, membership upgrade to where you pay to be able to cover that subscription. But it's very handy because all you have to do is upload one time or just automatically have your marketing deals upload and it just automatically goes to all these places and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Actually, if you guys, tech guys know about that too, and have that in mind, that'd be awesome if it's automated and falls on the business owner. Exactly. They want, and then,
Right. Promoting your business,
I
stuff
would
like
be
that.
willing to pay more to join a chamber that has something that I don't have to put a lot of effort into,
Yeah.
because so much of my effort is in my
Well, that's
day to day.
true. So you would like to.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then how would we know, what would you want then, like for us to email you every week to say like, what do you have going on? Or
I would like it,
You want-
from what you're saying,
About the articles.
it's very owner-driven, and so I would just like the information on how to drive my own site. If someone chooses not to drive it, their link, whatever, that's their business.
Yeah.
But if they're using the chamber for marketing, then they could have their tech people or themselves go in and do that push. But I don't think it's the chamber's responsibility to send a weekly email. I wouldn't want a weekly email from anyone unless I need to address something. I don't want my emails.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd do that, but if
I would just want very clear instructions on how to do it and a contact if I have problems.
Exactly. And that's exactly how it was super simple.
Colors was similar.
It wasn't overcomplicated, it was really drop and drag. You know, like I said, for outbound engine, all I had to do was link that, my codes from the chamber page, subpage, to my outbound engine, and outbound engine did it. I mean, I looked on there and I was like, oh, there's a whole bunch of Google would do it. They would grab pictures that I added from Google and add it to my chamber page or my Facebook page. And they all communicate in between each other, and I didn't have to do anything. I mean, it was automatic, so, which was very, very helpful, because you have your own stuff, and it's not the chamber's responsibility to build our business, but we do want to use the chamber as a tool to do that.
Right.
Definitely.
Well, and what I use our chamber for is, for example, coming out here, I have no idea who to call for anything. I'm relying on people I do not know to give me recommendations for things that I need. And my instinct is to say, I know it's a 2-hour drive, but can you come with me to this little town over there? Because I know these people, I've worked with them. But when you're in a chamber, you quickly see, at least the one I'm in, I know just by their activity in the chamber who I can go to. Like I know people that just pay their dues and maybe don't really do a lot of customer care. You can tell just on your back office. And so it's a great networking tool. Like so for me, when I do chamber events and other networking events, I'm more interested in what you do because I really think that it builds by, you're gonna listen to me more if you're my friend and I say, hey, Chris is a great insurance agent, you need to go to her. Rather than, oh, I sell t-shirts, do you need t-shirts? Hey, do you have any designs you want? Like nobody cares. Nobody wants, they know I sell t-shirts. If they're gonna come to me, they're gonna come to me when they're ready. But they'll be telling me, oh, I need business insurance. Well, I got a girl, you know, I've worked with her, she's great. So that's to me what those are about. It's more about recommending.
That is it for me, because McKinney, I love the chamber. And when I first started, one of the people said, the reason why you join a chamber is because people work with and do business with the people they know, like, and trust. The chamber gives you that community, and even though you'll have a million insurance agents in one deal, you can go to the ones that best fit. You know, this is a small community, and it's a little bit different. So, and it's the networking part. It's not mainly the business part like this. It's the networking, the dinners and lunches like we do here. But it's going to need to add an element as we grow.
And I think too that setting the infrastructure before you're too big is going to save you a lot of bad mouthing and frustration when you do grow, because nothing is more frustrating than being part of a group that you feel is more effort than it's worth as a business owner. Like if I've got to put a lot into it, that, yeah, I'm not, like I'm busy, I can't rework a website. But I can drag and drop.
So, we need to get that all going on our website. I do want you're good. No, you need to, so,
Please don't feel that way.
yeah.
I do, I feel like everyone looks at me like, oh, little girl, you are not gonna make it here.
Okay, hold on. Hang on, let's
Yeah.
do this real quick. How many people moved here from somewhere else? Seriously, look, all of us, seriously. Richardson, Wayne,
Okay, so,
3 years.
so I'm not,
Oh, no. We got.
I have to tell you, I was getting anxiety sitting over here going, I am never gonna understand this.
We have originals, we have transplants, believe me, we have all walks of life in there.
Great,
There's even a few tax sections.
Nicely done, Brenda.
Jan,
Thank you.
can I add to that? Does there happen to be just, she's moving into the area and all that, does there happen to be like a list of vendors or contractors or anything that the chamber, you know?
Doug had made one at one time.
I mean, it's hard for people to
Yep.
find contractors that have moved in and
But they need to be members of the chamber in order to be on that list.
and I understand that,
Yeah.
but there's not like, I don't know how many HVAC companies are here or electrical or plumbers. I know there's a few plumbers that do live in the area, but I mean, are any of them members of the chamber at all? And I mean, just you're coming in and you know, it's hard to find people.
How do y'all reach out to local businesses to say, hey, let's join forces and make Ladonia great again, kind of thing?
We're working on that.
Okay.
We're working on that.
Okay.
Yeah. In reference to that, too, if you know them personally, please invite them to visit our website.
Yeah, I sure will.
Come to the meeting, we would love to have them, come in and bid, so we can do that even more. So, but yeah, a long time ago, but this is history, a long time ago, we tried to get through the city, basically references for businesses and stuff, where people would know where to go and stuff, but that, with my website.
You need like a welcome.
But that's really important, because you come here new, and you don't.
Yes, no,
don't
I
know.
just,
Yeah, that's a great idea. Appreciate it. So,
And that's
I
another
just,
place,
I'm sorry.
that's another place that you can use these other websites to, if you know a person that is a plumber, that you can go on one of these other websites and invite them to join in and say, hey, if you need a plumber, have you joined our chamber? And if you join our chamber, then, I've got people around town that need a plumber.
Right.
And, or just mention their name, and then eventually they'll track their way back to the chamber.
I suspect what he's wanting, we didn't talk about this, is that when he sells a house to a new person, it'd be nice if you could give him, say, hey, this is what you need to know.
I'm building a building over here, and I have no electrician.
Exactly, that's what I mean, yeah.
Because I have no idea who the electricians are.
This would be nice, just yeah, welcome to Ladonia, here's how you get hold of the water department, this is who does cable, this is, if that's what, anybody who does real estate here needs something like that.
On the floor.
Anita?
I would like to suggest or make a motion or something like that, that we form a committee to address these issues for the people that, notice them. I don't know how to do any of that. But I think that would be great to get like minds together and make this happen.
Anita's made a motion, is that correct?
Like for a
I think
welcome,
so, I think that's what I
To make a committee.
like a welcoming committee?
Yeah, a welcoming committee to address these issues. I know there's people working on
Because
this.
we have one back in
Yes,
Yes. I'm one of the only people that got to welcome basket.
in the way back.
So,
I think I'm the only one.
There's actually a company that does that.
so anyway, if we could have that, and if somebody else would like to volunteer.
I know there's a group working on the website, correct? Or there's a group talking about the website? That maybe,
Summer's coming to an end, I think we have a little
actually-
less flexibility.
but then have a group that'll get together and work on the, the list that we're all talking about and those items. The motion probably doesn't make any sense, but that's my motion.
And I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
So Nita has made a motion. Correct?
Yes.
To form a welcome committees for the community is what I'm saying. Do we have a second?
Anita's gonna chair that committee.
That's not really what I meant.
I really,
So we have a motion and it's been seconded. All those in favor? All those in favor?
Well, sure,
Did we vote? Anyone opposed? Thank you, Anita. That may be on these welcome things we used to do, so.
You have any
I
questions,
do wanna
contact
say-
Anita.
Yeah. I do want to say in regards to membership.
I know, but for a format.
Yeah, we have,
Sorry.
I was hoping they would be here today too. We've had 3 new members, business, VIP, Rose Perry Homes is a new vendor. I thought maybe she'd be able to be here today. Automatic Gas has sent us a membership, and the Hills from Prosper.
is that Gary? Gary, there? Is that what it says? Oh, well,
Yes, Gary Hill, yes.
he just bought the gas station.
Oh,
Service
he's,
station.
oh, okay.
The
He was
praise,
he was here 20
the
miles.
praise place?
Huh?
The
Praise.
praise place.
Oh, okay, he's,
He,
oh,
yeah, he was helping Ken Holland with the barbecue at the,
oh, cool.
Ken put it too.
The
We got a,
cutest stinking gas station
Yeah.
on the planet. Yeah. It is so adorable.
check one of the Facebook sites for Ladonia Mostly Uncensored, Ladonia Uncensored, whatever. Look. Somebody put up recently in the last 5 days photos, and one of them was that service
Yeah,
station.
that's not.
That one was fine. Y'all gotta say this, and this is totally off topic, and I don't care. Look, whoever put those photos up was a bloody genius, because it was amazing. 2, we've had this little town, had beautiful architecture. And
Yeah.
like I saw that service station, I was like, hell, I want to go there and buy something, even though I don't need anything, because it was just pretty.
Yeah.
The city hall, pre-1956,
Yeah,
I
why
think
is
it
it
was.
like that?
Or the 3-story. That bloody thing
We
was a nice.
don't
spot.
ask why.
I mean, man, we had, this town square.
It
We really get
it
great
burned
thing.
down. Yeah.
It burned down?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, it
Yeah.
burned down. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fast, same thing.
We had a lot of nice stuff. So anyway,
We're gonna go on.
Yeah, we
Go back, chop, chop.
but we appreciate everybody's input.
Get up there.
Okay, y'all.
Charlene does really good.
Actually, fascinated by
Yeah, we
that.
got-
Didn't know we had a hospital either.
Yep.
That's true.
Who
Lot of good
it was
history.
so, whoever's doing that, God's work to them, because
It's real
it's
interesting.
something you can't really just pick up out of a book like the history of Greece. Awesome.
Thank you, Brenda. Okay. 20 miles to Rochester.
No, we haven't discussed it yet.
How are we doing?
So, we've got about, I don't know how many vendors. There,
Several.
I really need these people to sign up. You know, it's not unheard of for vendors to schedule a year ahead. And, some of these vendors are signing up, some of them don't have, you know. So anyway, this is gonna be my last time in October to handle the garage sale. I need to pass the torch, and I want to pass it gracefully to someone and help them for the next one. So whoever picks up this event can have a smooth transition. They can do it completely different. I can give them all my files. They can do whatever they want. I will be there to help them, but they need to pick it up as October comes to an end, because when October's, whenever it is, October 7th, when that day comes, a lot of the vendors want to sign up for May. So whoever you are, please pick up the torch, go on for May, and it'll be good.
We do see, I can confirm, I do see that in the PayPal, that they were closed And the next day, somebody, that same person was brought again, told me, I was like, were you late paying or? And I looked back and I'm like, no, there's 3 or 4 that are just, this is like a clock to them.
Yeah.
They've got the go north, go south, migratory 20 mile, and it's great because they are year over year.
Yeah, they're very committed and
We're looking forward to it. Anything we can help you with. Okay, since I've just gotten way off kilter here, we're looking forward to the garage sale. If you can help with, we've got the 55th Buck Tussle Trade coming August the 26th. They're gonna, and 27th, but they're gonna be here on Saturday for us, which we have not had in a long time. So they said they'd probably be here about 9, possibly, that Saturday morning. We need to get word out. So we get a lot of people down here with these wonderful vehicles that come through and stay. I need volunteers. We need to purchase watermelon and water, paper towels, and then we've got to spend the time before cutting up our watermelon and getting it ready for early that morning. So we probably do that on Friday evening. Don't we usually do that? The day before. I mean, the night before. So, I didn't know. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, like Eddie had been doing that in the past.
Correct.
Finding some, so I'm not sure where he's finding it, but it's a different time. They weren't coming at 9 a.m. on Sunday before, were they?
No, it's a little.
Used to be midday.
So, is watermelon still a good idea?
It's pretty early.
watermelons are early.
It used to come in the
I was gonna
afternoon.
say, where are they coming from? Because it might be early for us, but if they're coming
Throw that
from,
out.
Well, at 8:30 they're leaving Farmerville.
8:30, okay.
Wish we had
So
t-shirts.
they're coming right up here. That's what it says on the website right now, so. I was surprised.
It'll probably be after 9, but 9 o'clock is kind of what they said, but they know what we've done in the past. They didn't say anything about.
Christopher has a thought.
I think it used to be a Moon Pine and RC in Bug Tussle, Texas. I think they
And they got t-shirts.
and everything.
They had t-shirts, yes. Yes.
Yeah, their logo this year is, and their theme is Ladybug. So that might be an idea. So
Cute shirt. Ladybugs on it.
Maybe we could do something with, like Black Diamond. If we're gonna do watermelon, Black Diamond watermelon, because it's red with those black seeds. It's Ladybug-esque, and then we have, while they're here, they can do a watermelon seed picking contest, whatever, something. Come on. Anyway, maybe we do something for them. But 9 o'clock's pretty early. So.
Yeah, it is.
Different plan.
So we need to be.
Not for me at all, but
So would you eat a moon pie for breakfast?
On Saturday?
I don't know. Can you bring me a few times?
So.
Well, I just asked him, I didn't know he could do that.
Well, this time I don't, they're,
Couple hours.
yeah, they're here.
Where
Okay,
are
so
they?
they park and they have a car show down here?
They used to have like
For a
kind of
couple
a rally,
hours? Okay.
was what they used to do. They'd have kind of a rally there, everybody get out and kind of mingle.
Right.
I had,
Drive
that was
Thursday,
a while
right
back.
out, hang out for a couple hours, drive another 30
I don't know if it
minutes.
was a couple miles, but I don't know if it was that long, but they'd be
They'll
out
park
there.
around the square.
Some do.
They must have the cooler out here with the water in it.
Yeah,
Does somebody have the map?
yeah, they'll park
Like
around
the
the
route.
square.
No, they don't yet.
This being new to us, I don't know what their time frame is. I'll be on a Saturday.
Also with the road.
So Eddie has been talking to them in the past. I got in touch with them early on and tried to get them to move to Saturday. And the two of us kind of tag team them. But has he said anything about what their plans are or anything? Eddie?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, if we could do that and get it out on Facebook, like, soon, we've got some time, but we just want people to know, and this is, like I say, this is a big deal to us, them being able to Saturday.
I'm about to go. I've got to go to the gym. We're going to clean out the closet up there. But before I left, I wanted to say that I've got a website. It's Fannindale High School alumni. That if you have something, an event or something you want to advertise, if you just send it to me, I'll be happy to put it on there. And perhaps Ms. Lane has access to the secondary one and the elementary one now. So, I mean, as far as since it's something with the community, of course I have to ask permission, but I think they wouldn't have a problem advertising that. So that would be 3 more ways to get the word out.
Thank you.
So you could just send it to me or,
Message.
yeah, in Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be happy to do that. And again, thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it so much.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jamie.
So did we say what time we're gonna put on that? Like 9 to 11 or something?
I don't think I'd put an end time.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd put an end time. I think it's kind of gonna maybe vary. Yeah.
I would just say they're gonna be, and if they're running a little late, they're running a little late. At least we'll have,
I'll try and reach out to her and find out what their plans are and get, overall, so we get better understanding, so then I'll let you know if I get a time or something.
Well, because I talked to her yesterday too.
Well, I already messaged them about.
So they were hoping to be here by 9, but I don't know. So we need to be here early and get it set up, everything. So we talked about getting watermelon and all of that.
Remind you, this is not out of our own pocket, but I think the purchase, we have $100 back in the budget for it. Cover these things. Even if you can't put it up front, it's in the receipt, but. Well, I guess if we can, I'm gonna talk to Eddie and see if he's gonna, because he always gets the watermelon in the past. If not, then I'm sure I can, like to help go pick up supplies and stuff.
I'll talk to Eddie and y'all talked to her already, the truck folks already. But I'll talk to him and try and get a plan.
Y'all need help with the watermelons or whatever, just let us know. And we'll get that.
It would be kind of fun to have, I don't know if we have the chamber, but still, if we did like the moon pie thing and the little RC color or something like that.
I like that idea.
Take a handout.
We had a gift bag for the.
A gift bag would be cool. If we could get an idea of like how many people were coming and give them a little gift bag, that'd be
That
cool.
would be kind of cute, so.
It would be. Do we have like the old ad we could put on? Do you have
Would
it?
y'all like to do that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sticker.
Well, it's still
In its place?
In addition to.
in addition to what I thought was.
So that would be gift bag.
Something they can take with them.
Yeah, we're not talking about 20 or 25 cars,
I
so.
know.
There's
It-
not.
Oh God, it used to be
It's a
so
good
much
thing,
bigger.
it's within that we
Lord.
could do, our 20 garage sale stuff and any
Our
flyers
swag
we
bag.
have
Your-
that we
and your
might-
Swag bag, yeah.
So if
Members could put in postcards for their businesses or
Okay.
that, stuff like that.
Maybe anybody
Little
that would
bag.
like to be in charge of. Okay, we can do that. That'd be nice to hand out to them.
I mean, I'll help you with that.
So we'll need to. Thank you.
I'll see what I can find in the archives that might be fun.
Yeah, okay. So we're looking forward to that. This is huge. Like I say, I'm thrilled because it's been a long time since we've been in the
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
There used to be so many more.
I think they need to talk about the money for it.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
to decide if we're gonna actually do that, the money. And
Which one?
okay, for the drill team,
Oh,
we got a quote from Fannindale ISD for the team uniforms and for the chamber, for our part, $132 per member. And
I think he said there
like
were
we
10.
were saying, there were
nine.
yeah, we're down 9. Yeah,
So-
So what they got are the belts, the wrist, gauntlets, and sleeves, and so they're saying they have 11 members.
So yes,
It's
it's
actually
nine.
And at a quote of $1,452 for the chamber.
So recalculated for 9 is
So if you-
1188.
So, will we do that in the school shirts?
So this will be a pretty great opportunity to support our school. I make a motion that we support the Falconets drill team in purchasing part of the uniform that is outlined the belts, wrist gauntlets, and sleeves for up to 11 members. In case they get a couple extra, they can take care of that for $1,452.
I will second that motion.
I'd like to ask a question on this real quick.
Is that a discussion?
Yeah. Would we do that, we have not line item in the budget for that, would we do that in lieu of school shirts? Or are we saying
I say
both and we would just be in, we're approving the budget for it right now? Spending for it right now?
I say motion.
Now, would that be an item that needs to be added to the budget every 2 years? Because they said that these deals will be added, or will be used
So,
for 2 years.
that's a good question.
Yeah, it says minimum 2 years.
So, if it's something we want to support when we do a budgeting, our annual budgeting, we would put a line item in for it. Or if we're saying right now, we don't risk it.
I'll make a motion that.
Hang on. We've got a motion already going.
Or, you know, if this right now is a one-time thing, just to see how this works and what we like, what we get and all that, you just put it, you go for it right now. And I just put it in there as expense.
Well, we could always make a new line item on the budget for
That's,
next year with
that's what I'm
something
talking about, yeah, when we
else.
do budget planning.
We had a motion.
That's when you would
Yeah, I have a question real quick too, because we were talking about the Falcon Force. And I don't know if that's the same thing that this is,
It's not.
but I want to make, because we haven't committed money to the Falcon Force, have we?
What is
Brenda, do you know?
All of, I don't know, all of this falls under Ricky Bealer's umbrella.
Yeah.
Budget
Yeah.
to support the local schools.
They're all
and then
We
kind of
would
to get like
typically
his,
bought shirts from them, and we were getting them $2,000.
So is this the Falcon Force?
What are
kind
the costs
of,
on
I mean,
I couldn't tell you.
so
I'd have
last
to
year
look
he
at
had the drones
previous-
and then he had the people in like the Tom Squad, kind of the
Flags.
Well, there's like 3 flag runners on the field, but this would be like, this is him taking those kids that were in the stands and like on the field, because, so they are still Falcon Force. I mean, they're still in that group that falls under his umbrella of Falcon Force.
Okay.
Because they're not
Oh, we get 2 shirts?
the cheerleaders. So like his Falcon Force is just kind of like his whole spirit thing,
Okay, sure.
is how I would explain that.
The kids are in the big bleachers with the drums and the t-shirts.
Yeah, like all of that is like the same umbrella under Ricky Bealer.
Right.
Yeah, that he coordinates all of that. So I would say that's all Falcon Force, because I know at the school when we talk about it, if it's somebody under that, like whatever this drill team thing, Palm Squad, drums, that's all Falcon Force.
Gotcha.
Because they're separate, like they're a school event, but it doesn't fall under the same, you know, like the UIL stuff. Exactly, because it's kind of outside. It's a weird gray area.
Yeah.
But I would still count, I would say that they're all Falcon Force
Gotcha.
overall. Like doing this is still supporting them. Yeah, they're not like separate things.
Jason, make a motion. Did you make a motion?
He made the motion for the 1452,
Okay.
and then somebody seconded it.
I need a second.
Any-
I need to do, okay, thank you.
We just need to
I
vote
want
on
to
it.
make sure that,
We need to vote.
yes, we need to vote. So, we've had a motion made by Jason, seconded by Anita for the 1452, or was that lower?
No, it's
We did not
1452.
change.
Up
Okay.
to 14.
Up to.
Okay. I'll make sure I got it right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Thank you.
What was the amount, 1270?
1452.
Wow, that was on the play.
Yeah, up to that, yeah.
Up to that.
So, a quick question, does anybody remember how many polo shirts we bought last year? Was it around 200?
140 something.
140 something?
144 would be a,
Oh, I'm saying, because I know we did for all the students, plus a few, and the faculty.
Yeah.
That's why I
It was
know.
140 some odd.
And also,
Yeah.
Is it just that black
we can at
one?
least get a photo
So-
opportunity with them to show the chamber contributed, you would want that.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yes, because half those people paid us, so it would be a good time to show them we're not sort of people.
Yeah. Sorry, did you hear us?
Since you brought that up, that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe use a photo opportunity this time with somebody.
Well,
Okay,
we-
second, I'm off. I don't even know if we're.
Everyone.
We're talking about.
But if we keep everything
No,
secret, we know what we're doing.
yeah, he was
knows what we're doing.
asking about the quantity of t-shirts.
Okay,
How many
sorry, I lost track.
t-shirts? or
Talking about the
polo shirts?
polos.
I was trying to figure out how many we bought, because
Oh.
we're having a conversation of price per, and I'm like,
Good deal. Okay, so we got that on the real time, right? That taken care of?
in the record.
All right, next, is there anything else on this? Discuss, well, we already done the clips, but these
You
are,
might come up.
discuss details for the clips and chamber t-shirts. Danielle, I don't know what we need to, maybe need to have a discussion that, and just table it until Danielle.
Yeah. I know we had a China next second on vote.
So do I have a motion to table?
So moved.
A motion to table.
Second.
All those in favor? We've done the 20 miles of large sale, update. Bull Fest.
Supposed to be doing it.
Huh?
We still don't have a date.
I don't have a date. Has anybody heard Bull Fest?
I can reach out to somebody out there, but I mean, I haven't heard a date.
Well, we reached out to them before the rodeo, and they didn't know, they responded, but then Andy said we should let them, get through the rodeo, because that was obviously consuming
Yeah.
time, so it hasn't been enough time, I mean,
Yeah,
no.
if they're doing it.
We'll just try to get more information on that. See if we can get a date. Because I also know that they're kind of wondering if, once we schedule Bull Fest, are we interested in doing any kind of frontier day?
I have thoughts on Frontier Days. I have lots of thoughts on Frontier Days.
But I know the
But on
FFA
a-
would
You know,
be
We,
willing to like put in a lot of effort to help with Frontier Days, so y'all aren't doing as much on like all by yourselves too.
and you're talking about moving it back.
Just because Frontier Days, like they're all, yeah, the FFA is all like,
I know that.
yeah, they would help.
It really needs to be moved back to the rodeo. I know it's hot, but the last couple, it's been hot in October. It's hot. It's just, we're here, it's hot. But I look through all the newspapers. In case y'all don't know, I have an entire archive of many decades of the Ladonia news. And when you see those headlines year after year, rodeo, Frontier Days, rodeo,
It was just.
that's why not many people show up.
Yeah.
That's when it's supposed to be. Also, the dates in October, there's so many other festivals going on at that, wasn't it like Boat Art Bash? I'm trying to remember what all it kind of conflict, or was it Commerce?
It's a full bash.
But it's just, I mean, it's just for decades, it's been tied to the rodeo, and
Get emails about it.
we'll get more people.
So right now, if we could have a motion, then I think we need to table this for discussion on Frontier Days in the future. We need to,
I'll make the motion that we table the discussion of Frontier Days.
and do I have a second on that? Cheryl
Second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Chamber sponsorship on that.
That was just a recap.
That's a recap.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
It was
That's
really
good,
good.
wholesome, clean fun right
That
there.
is
yeah.
really, I hadn't been in a
All
long
right, not
time.
clean, very good.
You had not so crazy.
Yeah,
Well, fun though.
yeah.
Great event.
And yeah, mutton busting
For the rodeo.
is just, yeah, that's just a favorite for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's really into it.
That's something in the future we'll continue to do, I hope, every year for the rodeo. Okay, is there any other action items that we need to do that I can cover? I do want to say real quick, we have a birthday today. And we would like to wish Cheryl a happy birthday. So if we would all in tune.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cheryl. Happy birthday to you.
Then if we have no other business,
Move to
we have a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Second motion to adjourn.
Okay? 10:37, we will adjourn, and we appreciate everybody coming
Yeah.
out this morning. Thank you. Make sure you get some, walk through there, 20 miles drive slow.
Oh, I got one thing to say. Stop.
All right, just because you're the birthday girl.
I have some squash over here on this table
All right,
that
that's time.
somebody needs to take home, chop it up and roast it.
I'm gonna have avocados, I have no more